Miss Heather here at Conservatory of the Ozarks. And today I wanted to do just a little bit of a video about my story, who I am and everything. So up until the last few months on my channel here, I've always kind of shied away from making the videos about me as a person. I wanted it to be more about students and the other teachers here. I didn't want it to be all about me. But then when the whole shutdown for COVID happened and I thought I was going to lose everything here, I kind of shifted to talking about myself a little bit because I thought it was just going to be me only and nobody else other than my students and me. So I've enjoyed that. Like, I've enjoyed having kind of an outlet to talk about what I'm experiencing in life. And so I'm kind of continuing with that. And I was just watching this video. This sounds so cheesy, but I was just watching this video about self-love and, having good self-esteem, all that kind of stuff. And it just made me feel so inspired to share my story and try to take a second to, feel proud of myself, I guess. I feel awkward saying that. But, I saw this meme one of my friends shared on Facebook once that said, "Remember back to the time when what you have now was what you wanted." And I was like, wow, what a great reminder, because it's so easy to just think about what you don't have yet and your future goals and all the things that you haven't accomplished yet, and not to focus on, wow, I did this. Look at all this that I've accomplished in my life. Wow, I'm so thankful for all of these things that I have. So I wanted to try to take a moment and enjoy what I have, what I've done, what I've accomplished, and feel grateful and happy about it. So this is Conservatory of the Ozarks. It's a school, and I started it by myself. I was in, at the time, a marriage that was not a good marriage, and I had to find a way to support myself and my husband, because that was what I had to do. And I, kind of had nothing. Without going into too many gory details of the backstory, I was at a church, and they didn't want to pay me to be their music director, but they were willing to give me a room. And so I brought this piano, which was like the one thing I had. I took out a loan for it right after I finished college, and I set it in that room, and I had to use that room both for the church music stuff and also for my studio. I came up with the name Conservatory of the Ozarks and filed for an LLC with the Secretary of State's website, started my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, and all that stuff in 2008, and that was in Anderson at the First Baptist Church. And that was how Conservatory of the Ozarks started, just in a room in a church with just me and a few students who knew me from that church. And I worked super hard to build it from there. I ended up moving to Springfield, and in 2009 I got my first commercial space in Chesterfield Village here in town, and took on other teachers for the first time, which was my dream. And so then we had more than just me, other people teaching as well. And I have to say, it was a bad marriage that I was in, but I appreciated that my ex-husband, he always did encourage me and believe in me. And I don't know if I would have gone out on the limb to get that space and start hiring teachers, except he told me, he's like, "You're really good at this. You should go for this. You should try this." And I was like, oh, okay. I really don't know for sure what I was thinking or if I had a plan. It's kind of hard to say. But I did. I just took out this space, and I knew I had to get 20 students by the end of the month. I was working full-time at a different job at the regional girls shelter, and I had to work 12-hour shifts there so I could pay my bills. And I spent all my time off passing out flyers around town saying I was going to be offering music lessons. And I did that all summer long while they were doing the infill for my space. And I knew if I could get 20 students in our first month in the new building, which was August, then I'd have enough money to pay the rent for the first month. And I got to my 20th student on the last day of that month, and I paid the rent on that space. And wow, I don't know how it all came together. Looking back on it, it's kind of miraculous. And after that, I mean, we were up to about 100 students, I think within our first year, and a handful of teachers. We had music, art, and drama by then. And then we just kept growing from there. And so we came to this space where we're at now. And man, we were doing so great at the beginning of this year. And I want to kind of remember that and appreciate it. Like, look at this. I just can't believe I started with nothing, and now I have a whole studio with 3 baby grand pianos and some console pianos, and these rooms, they look beautiful. And it's not like I did it all on my own, because other teachers here, you know, have helped so much, and my family has helped so much. When I couldn't afford to pay for piano movers, my brother and my dad and my uncle various other teachers and people, they helped move my pianos for me. They helped me paint my studios when I couldn't afford to pay somebody to paint them, and couldn't get help from anybody, and couldn't do it on my own. You know, sometimes you need people who are taller or stronger than you to help you with things. Or like my sister-in-law, she painted this awesome mural. She's one of the first art teachers at the Conservatory, and she did lots of really neat things. Or like my boyfriend, he built this bench. So I'm not trying to say, oh wow, I'm so amazing, I did all of this with no help, because I had lots of help. I mean, everybody does. Nobody really accomplishes everything on their own. But I mean, dang it, I put a lot of hard work into this place, into building this dream that I had, and I'm so happy that we're still here. Right now, at least, we're still here. We have hope for the future. We don't have certainty about the future, because in January, I don't really know what's going to happen. I don't know if our landlord will let us go month to month because our lease will be over. I don't know if we'll find a place we can move to that is more affordable now that we have so many less students after COVID, and if we'll need to move. I really don't know what next year is going to be like. I hate uncertainty. Like, I normally have our whole year planned out in detail at the beginning of the year. Well, actually at the end of the previous year. I love to know what to expect. I love to plan ahead, and I love certainty. So it's kind of driving me crazy. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen like a month from now. I don't know what we're going to do. But we've made it this far, and it's 2020, so that's 12 years. That's a long time. So I'm hoping, even if we have another shutdown, and if COVID is around for a long time before there's a vaccine and all of these restrictions aren't lifted for a while, I'm hoping we can find a way through and that everything will be okay for us. But either way, I just want to say, like, today, right now, in the present that we have, in this moment, I feel super proud of myself that I built this from nothing. Like, I didn't have a stack of money to start with. I didn't have a building or anything, really. One of the reasons I moved into the apartment complex where I moved was because they had a business center where I could print things for free. That's how little money I had. So I printed off all my flyers there for free and passed them out, because I could do that for free too. And I just walked from door to door for hours and hours till I had enough people call to sign up. So, wow, you know, that's a lot of work and determination. So, good job, me. And also, thank you so much, though, to all, like I say, my friends and family who have helped me. and my students and the other teachers here. People have contributed so much. Like, there's no way I could list everything that people have done to help. But I feel so happy that, I don't know, that the Conservatory of the Ozarks has existed, at least. This idea that I had for this organization and this place, this entity that I wanted to exist, that I couldn't find already existing anywhere, so I wanted to create it. I'm so happy that I created it somehow, and that it has existed, and it's been great and successful, and I think meaningful for all these years, because when I said we were going to close, it just really warmed my heart to read all the comments people were writing about what the conservatory had meant to them over the years. So, you know what, even if we do have to close in a month or in a year or whatever, at least we've had that. It feels like this place has made a difference in the world, and it's brightened people's lives, and I know it has mine. I've got to stop talking because I'm going to start crying here in a second if I keep going. But anyway, just wanted to throw that out there into the world. I'm really grateful. Thanksgiving is coming up, and I feel very thankful for my work, my students, my colleagues here, and the people who've donated to our GoFundMe to keep us going. John and Donna Morris, of course, who were the really big donors, and also I'm so thankful for the CARES Act being approved for us. So hopefully everything will be great for the foreseeable future. And hopefully they'll find a vaccine for COVID soon, and everything will be wonderful in the next year. Hope everybody has a good evening, and stay safe and warm and germ-free. Bye-bye.